This is from the Yorkshire Post. Claims Sheffield Wednesday have lined up Danny Röhl's replacement with manager's future still uncertain. Danny Röhl's Sheffield Wednesday future remains in doubt despite his attempts to repair relations with his players. With reports Henrik Pedersen has been offered the manager's job. Röhl and Pedersen are the only senior first-team coaches under contract at Hillsborough after the Germans' backroom staff saw their contracts expire at the end of June. Röhl's relationship with Deshvan Chansiri publicly disintegrated in January, with both parties admitting the lines of communication have broken down in the new year transfer window. Since April, Röhl has made it clear he wanted to leave, and even before that was heavily linked with a variety of jobs. However, a high compensation package due to any club that took him, other alternatives, and perhaps the way Röhl conducted himself trying to engineer a move has kept him at the club where he signed a, quote, long-term contract last summer. In keeping with the opaque way the Owls are run, the length of has never been confirmed, but it's believed to run until 2027.
Wait, what?
So this...
If we do know what it was, it was 2027.
It is 2027. I don't know. Yeah, that was.
I might be really tired, but even I can realise that as dyslexic as I am, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I'll carry on later on to the article. It says...
It's a long one, so...
Yeah. TalkSport are reporting that all of this hostile reception and stuff when Danny came back, basically, led to fresh talks between Chansiri and Röhl, with the latter being placed on gardening leave before the new season starts on August 10th at Leicester City. They also say that, quote, Pedersen has been promised the manager's job. Is Chansiri putting or has put Danny Röhl on gardening leave, Jake?
How? Was he paying him with the grass seed to go do his garden back in Germany?
I don't know.
The thing that annoyed me with this, right? Danny Röhl, from what we know, was one of the people who were paid in full and didn't turn up for pre-season. Everyone else who hadn't been paid or who was out of contract turned up when they weren't meant to. The thing that gets me is I have a funny feeling DC has met his match with someone who's as stubborn as he is or worse. And I don't think that's a good combination to have.
I'm going to tell you how this is going to end, Jake. He's going to sack him.
I think he will, but then you go, where are they getting the money to sack him?
No, this is what I'm saying. He's going to sack him, and then we're going to have to foot the bill for that as well.
What's he going to do? Release Danny Röhl out t-shirts and go and sell it in the Megastore? Hey, Dayfon, if you're listening, we're not selling any shirt. Your club shop's dead.
Yeah, I was going to say, he might wait for some of the TV money to come in when the Sky fixtures get posted or whatever it is, whenever the TV money comes in. He goes, right, that's Röhl gone. That's that done.
What, are you going to roll on it?
Yeah. I must say, I don't disagree that it's a bad idea moving Danny on if it's untenable with the players, which it's been heavily reported.
It's rumoured that it's not gone great.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's been reported by EFL Analysis that it's basically become untenable, and they have confirmed, not how much I can support their sourcing, but they have confirmed that it's been reported to them that it's done with Röhl. He's done. And obviously the Yorkshire Post article.
I think we're very, very close to having a breaking news. Danny Röhl have mutually left the club. Henrik Pedersen, new manager.
That's now soon. The best case scenario, mate. Yeah. Sadly.
But the problem is, this should have been done middle of May. If this was the case, middle of May. All the news were coming out like Danny wasn't coming back.
Devil's advocate. If he'd have paid the wages, and that's a big bloody if with this man, then I think he should have let Röhl rot, given his behaviour. However, the way Chansiri's now then, acted himself after the fact, then yes, absolutely, in hindsight, yes, it should have happened in May.
Conspiracy theory for you right then. What if Dayfon said, go pimp yourself out to get another job? I need you off my wage bill. You don't want to be here. You can't work with me. Let's figure it out. You go take it. What if that's what he's done? And then everyone's gone to do it. And then they've gone, how much do you want for his release clause? And they've gone, no. And the problem is, they'll have gone, how much? And they've gone, I hear that stage all the time in Yorkshire. Because it's the thing. If you are not going to let him be here, either the business minute me is like, stay at that price point, 5 million till you get what you want. But when it got to the point where you could tell that he wasn't going to get what he wanted, that's when negotiations needed to happen. And he's not done that. He's gone, I'm having that money.
I just think that Danny Röhl has acted like an arse. Chansiri is arse captain. That sounds like a nice title or something, doesn't it? It sounds like a title I'd enjoy. But it's...
I have not got no problem with Danny Röhl with what he's done in terms of...
I said in the video I'd back the manager. Him. If he came back, I'd back him.
Yeah.
But I just don't like the way he behaved. I don't like any of that. But I would back him if he was going to be the manager. But I just think... here's what I think's happened, and because some of the reports are saying this as well, but I've been saying this for a while. Henrik was quite clearly offered the job.
Yeah.
Right? Re-signed as assistant manager. Danny realised that nothing was happening with him, so he just turns back up.
Or he's been told to turn up, and we're fining you.
I don't think he was told. I think he was told to come back at the start of pre-season, probably. You know, and then when that didn't happen, Henrik was there, got re-signed, the plan was in there. I think we would be in a better position with... as much as this is cutting our losses now, just do it. Be gone with Danny Röhl. Don't sack him. Mutually terminate the contract. Put Henrik in there, somebody that we can all get behind. And at least have something at the start of the season.
My problem is, I don't think that's going to happen. I think the two, not egos as such, but pride involved. And I think if you've got...
What is there to be proud about anymore, Jake? There's nothing left.
There isn't, but he's still hanging on to the club, and for whatever reason, Danny's still here. He either wants a payout, which obviously no, we can't afford. The only thing you can think of, and this is realistically in my head, he knows the wave bill is going to be dramatically lower at the end of this month. Is he holding on because he knows DC might have a little bit extra cash to go, right, go on, go.
DC's not got any cash.
But the wave bill is going to be lower, whatever he's going to pay. He's going to have to get money in from somewhere. He got money from somewhere to pay other people. So he's going to have money.
No. If the rumors are true, we're going to... Right, this is not what we've heard or anything, but if you just read all the rumors, let's see what happens in 9-10 days' time, Jake.
Yeah, oh no, I have a 100% sure that we're probably going to be back on that embargo list. It's not going to mean jack anything.
Yeah.
The problem you've got, he found money somehow, even if it was transfers or whatever. The problem you've got, the more he goes into transferring, you're running out of things to sell.
This is what I'm saying. So we can't get rid of Danny Röhl. So that's why I think it's going to be... Danny Röhl's either going to be here, but I actually think when he realises the players don't want him, I think Danny will eventually, even if he's turned around and gone, oh, I've not got a club at the minute, it's better for him to take a mutual termination of a contract if he's not going to get any leeway here. So I think that is going to end up being the way.
What I don't get, why has he not done it already? Because you knew.
I genuinely think it's because no one else can take him for what it currently is.
No. Why has he not mutually done it already to go to one of the jobs who wanted him? Because he wanted him.
Because I think that the drama's only kicked off when he didn't report for pre-season to this extent.
But if he knew, say you've gone for a new job, right? You've got that new job, right?
Yes, I have.
And you finally got it and you're happy. Like, what happens if you go for a job and they go, hey, we can't get you in yet until you quit that job, but you're like, am I guaranteed this job? Well, no, I've still got to interview, but you've got to quit first. That's the kind of scenario he's in, where he's got to quit his job first, have no job, and then potentially get the job, because they might go to him and go, hey, we're not going to pay the release clause, but once you quit your job, we'll get you in. But then what happens if the next person comes in and go, oh, you're a lot cheaper on wages, I'll get you instead?
Well, that's the risk Danny has to take. What I'm saying, that's kind of a side point, to be honest. What I'm saying is the reason mutually agreed sort of termination didn't happen, when he was selling himself over the summer was because that was with Chansiri. Because look, Chansiri knew money troubles were coming up, right? Quite obviously. So his mind was, okay, if Danny goes, I'm getting money for him. So I'm going to sell him. Now it has become to a point where even because Chansiri's so detached from the whole bloody thing, Danny probably could have come back and just come into the manager's job. Then Danny doesn't report for pre-season training. And then it causes a snowball effect. We get a week into it or whatsoever of pre-season training. Chansiri has a talk with Henrik. Henrik's offered the manager's job. Danny RÖHL goes, oh, I'm coming back now because he's got a whiff of it. Then it becomes a point of, well, now Chansiri's in the point of he can't do Danny RÖHL for breach of contract because he's turned up, etc.
Okay.
And that's the situation he's in. So that's why I think it wasn't done before.
Yeah. But hear me out here, right? What if, and I don't know anything, don't act.
Cryptic tweet!
What if, say, a takeover's in the offing and it's all done. But what if they've gone, we don't like your professionalism here and you ain't got a job anyway?
Probably. It's all what if he said, she said. He can sod off for all I care, or he can be the manager. Chansiri can definitely sod off. I'm bored of it.